Ready, let's get into this, Nods. NSG versus Vexed.
Whoa, enough of the rambling, and more into the game.
Oh, hello. Casser's here. He's in the, there's no Jakey.
So I was right.
Yeah, you were correct. Get dunked on. Much like NSG into the rounds. There's only 2 of them remaining. Ryback will actually be able to fight his way through quick, though. Takes him down as the T's do assault towards the A site. Ducky's the only one on the scene. He has a USP and a flashbang, but only 11 HP. They're going to be bounding their way in as well, showing off their acrobatic skills. Somehow, he's allowed to actually get the tag on Truth and knocks him down to 15 HP before they actually get on the site.
1 versus 2 then. New member of the NSG roster, Ryback coming in. And let's see what he's got to play with. Truth is low. Remember, Ducky tagged him up to low HP, trying to go for the first frag towards default. Vanity of all the HP peaks up. Obviously, Truth playing towards Pit as well, had the headshot angle, so no real chance there for Ryback into that situation. But yeah, okay, I'm glad that all the hassle over Twitter was worth it, Jack. I'm glad to see the full roster. This is the thing as a commentator, you know, when you see mixes and teams that aren't their full roster, it's very hard to get into the matchups. And, it deters you away from the actual meaning of the game. You want to see the best possible Counter-Strike. And teams gain the valuable official experience playing the Premiership. So, going to be good to see. Carcer, we'll say Carcer. Carcer going to be the player to look out for here on the NSG roster. Ryback obviously tried and tested. Used to play for Impulse back in the day. Took a break, went to university. Still at uni, but now he has more time to obviously delve into some Counter-Strike. But into this one, delve into this round here. Round number 2. It will be 3 SMGs coming up from Vexed. 2 AKs as well to boot. Remember Inferno as well being the map they beat War and Rain in.
What just happened to that flower pot?
Jesus,
that
is unreasonable.
That
is unreasonable, yeah.
Who's done that? Peggy on the face as well. I'm going to try and get contact as they take top control towards Banana. Pickles as well. Pickling about towards Quad. He's got a bit of support from Vanity as they do go round. Zacti is just lying in wait. Goes for the flashbang face, but Vanity was still ready for it as he does connect the AK.
5 versus 4. If you remember as well in the prelude, Jack, I brought up, if Vex start on their T side, this might be a rather quick first game. But then again, Peggy does decide to actually silence them for now. Quickstone off towards the B-bomb site, goes 1 for 1. Triple push coming in now towards CT via Speedway. They know exactly where Carcer is, alone towards Banana. Will be conceding the B-bomb site. As he will be falling back towards top Banana. No utility to hold them back. Goes for the face, spots them out, but the smoke will ward them back towards B.
They're going to be able to take side control as well. They breach across, you can plant the bomb. Things are going to be pretty good for the retake coming through. It's going to be hard for the CTs. The defensive angles being utilized by these T-side members are just so strong. They've got the superior arsenal as well. Oh, Truth with a little flick to the headshot there of Peggy takes him down. Faces out for Ducky, doesn't quite grab it. Ducky with the deagle. Attempts to deal some damage, but it's just the one flash in a pan. And then Vex get themselves the second round. They are forced to reinvest into 3 AKs, though, on the rebuy. Actually going to be going for all SMGs, apart from the 1 AK that was saved on Aussie. So,
do you want a bit of trivia, Jack?
Bit of the moneymaker.
Do you want a bit of trivia? What does the flash in the pan actually mean?
Flash in a pan? Cooking, mate.
Exactly, but what about cooking?
I don't know, what specifically is it?
So, let's say you're, cooking with alcohol, and you want to burn out the alcohol and leave just the taste of the alcohol. In the pan, you'll set it alight and you burn and evaporate away the alcohol and you only leave the taste behind.
Oh, there you go.
Lasts a few seconds. There's a flash in the pan, a few seconds. And there you go.
Absolutely cooked.
Exactly, mate. Do my lasagnas, obviously. You put in the red wine, you've got to get rid of it somehow.
Nice. That's how they've got rid of this round, Snots.
Exactly.
As they push their way through.
Set this one alight, haven't they? 4 versus 4. Did find 1 frag. Oh, actually a second as well. My apologies. Ducky getting close. Bob Pickles, SMG versus the unarmored opponent. Ducky will eventually go down. B-bomb site is where all the Nuclear Storm Gaming members reside, as they will be leaving the A site completely barren.
Going to be coming down Banana as they get their push on, as they do try and get behind and go for the face here on Aussie, but they bite off way more than they can chew. Spam coming out the USP Casser as well. That was quite awkward for him. All 3 of them get lined up and they go down. It's just marksmanship training for Aussie there, as Vex do secure the round fairly quickly, grabbing all 3 off the back of the pistol. Snots.
Hello, what do you want? Predictions for this round? Is that what you want?
No, it's just for anti, mate.
Oh, okay. My apologies. Jackie, what I will say is there's 2 MAC-10s in the server. There's also 3 AKs in the server as well, which means using those MAC-10s potentially towards apartments. Obviously, if you go in towards apartments, clear out the SMGs, go for an apps burst potentially. But the fact that Pickles, with one of these aforementioned MAC-10s, has made his way back towards Vietnam, towards the B-bomb site, this may be a B execution. The reason being is if you send those Mac 10s in first, get them close versus default, and trade those frags, well, this could be the round for you.
Well, Castle towards B. Let's see if this site is going to be overpowered here by the T's. They try and go for the face round. Castle will get the first, but Vanity's able to double kill as he's got the ghetto blaster you were talking about, and he's been able to shake his moneymaker, get a double kill from the back of it, and the additional cash flow that goes with it. Looks like it's going to be a save for NSG as well, as there was a trio of CTs towards 8. They're all just backing off and saving. Zacty's just giving up on life.
Yeah. You know, it's one of them, isn't it, where it goes, how have you died on B? What was the famous Max line you had?
What, just save again? That's a good Max moment.
He would be the Mighty Max on that
They've
team.
lost 2 players.
Oh.
No, they've lost just 1.
So yeah, he would be Mighty Max on that team. Ducky, or would it be like a Peggy?
Well, no. I feel like, you know, Ducky would probably come in with a, why have we lost this? It'd be like a quick, what's gone wrong?
Yeah, he's not someone that I would like, you know, talk about it for too long, you know, you'd move on.
He'd probably bring it up and be like, well, this has gone wrong.
Yeah.
I think Carl, Peggy's probably just living it. He's just alive.
He wouldn't really
he's just all right.
Yeah.
Ryback's probably just trying to do his best. Like, it's like, you know the picture of the dog where it's like trying to do a pull-up, and it's like, what's he doing? His best. That's Ryback.
Yeah, maybe. Save it first. That'll probably be, yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah, that's an inside joke, mate. That's an inside joke. That was really harsh, actually. 4-0 now, so we're going to round number 5. Obviously, a player has exited the server.
So we don't go into round number 5.
So we
lied.
Well, we are into round number 5 currently, but we're not going into it, as you said. So
we're not really going to get into it. We'll start. We'll break the surface. If you were a type of round, which round would you be?
Oh, gosh. What round would I be? I'd be round number 14.
Yeah? Specifically why?
Because I never make it to the end.
Oh, okay. Things always just go wrong.
Yeah.
So round number 14 for you.
I always end up quitting stuff prematurely.
Yeah.
Yeah. School, playing, and you know, many other things in life, mate.
Wow. That's deep.
Do you know what? You know, you get the best analogies when you come here.
I'd be a pistol round.
What? Because it'll be over quick for you.
No. Just because I'm quite aggressive.
And there's not much thought in it.
Yeah. So, you know, I'd be like a HE and a P250.
But what would you do with the rest of the money?
Nothing.
Drinks.
Yeah. I'd buy a Molotov.
You buy a Molotov and you'd have, okay, well, I've got 400 left, so that's how many rounds?
That's at least like
that's a lot.
4 beers in London.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta pay that bomb by card, please. Yeah, contactless. Oh no, that's £70. It's £70 actually.
Scott, sorry. What do you mean?
Oh dear, I remember that. Pulse and Luz are asking me to get them shots. Ended up being 30
This round
quid.
of drinks is more expensive than a full buy nuts.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't be wrong.
Right.
Well, we're back.
Gaming.
In action. Counter-Strike. Round number 5. Took a while to get here, but thankfully we are. And Quix has done his best impression of
Summit 1G.
Summit 1G. Summit 1G. Through the smoke, though, Ducky will finally connect something. 4 versus 5. Well, you could say 5 versus 3.5 when you look at the HP there for Quix.
Oh, this could be a yes exacty moment as he gets the first. Tried to get the second, but no, he's been stopped.
He has been stopped, mate. 2 versus 4 now. Minute 15 left on the clock. Quix onto 2 HP. Truth has all the grenades you could ask for, Jack. You want a flashbang? He's got it. You want a smoke? He's got it. You got a Molotov? He's got it.
Yeah, but you can't handle the truth, Snuts. Ducky can't handle the truth.
It's very true. That is very true. But what is the truth to Ducky? What would you say? Your team's not making it to LAN?
Well, he's handled the truth.
Yeah.
He's done quite well.
Well, the phone calls come in, he's got the news, and he's handled the truth.
Yeah, well, he's dealt with it.
He's dealt with it quite well,
he's
actually.
All right.
Yeah.
He's taken it on board. Quix, though, 2 HP. It's been quite slow into the round because of it.
Yeah, there's 35 seconds left. You could save, but then again, they've won 4 in a row so far. Nuclear Storm Gaming's money isn't really going to be the best so far. So if you try to play for exit frags here, each frag would be quite impactful in terms of damaging that CT economy. But Peggy holding the off angle here should be able to deal with him fairly easily. There's the head, and actually gets dinked up a little bit, but still survives.
Yeah, at least he's going to get the rotate coming over. So all Peggy really needs to do is just stay alive, wait for his teammates to assist. Casa is there. Ooh, Casa comes through in the end, is able to get the frag. Actually, Carl does it. Peggy finds the kill. So NSG get a first round on the board here for their CT side. Vexed though can reinvest pretty easily. They still have a ton of money to play with. But NSG a good start. The only downside is going to be if there is actually a reset coming out. Cash isn't too bad though. They can afford to rebuy.
Pause, Jack.
He's gone now. He's leaving.
It's been a slow start to this matchup, hasn't it?
What's going on here?
I know. Now then, what have we got here?
So, Snods,
Here we go.
if you had to rank them off logo alone,
Them, or all the teams?
yeah, what's your preferred logo?
Oh gosh.
See, I always kind of thought that the Vex logo kind of looks like a spinning top.
A spinning.
Yeah, if you look at it from the side.
Oh my
almost as
god,
if like
yeah,
a
like
stretched
a
out-
Beyblade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, man. Well, Quicks, he's going to try and... What was the
What's
line
going on
from
here?
Beyblade?
Let it rip!
That was it. Let it rip. Well, they're going to try and let it rip towards the B site as they push their way through. Ryback going to go down for the first contact. So Ozzy boosted on top of his teammate here as they look out, see where the aggression's coming from. It's not been too effective of a push to gain banana control, really. They've just wasted tons of utility and still have all three players towards top banana.
Oh,
So the A site
Ryback,
is
don't
weak.
do it.
Especially if Ryback offers up the free frag. Ducky as well goes out, dinks down Quicks for sure. But gets the nade out to at least stun him. Doesn't have the HE though.
Oh, Ducky.
Ducky's been able to find that frag, and Quicks is still trapped, so we fall into a 4v4, but this fight is still coming out towards the A site, Snods. And this means there's only 2 men there.
Too many men towards the B site as well, it seems. Ducky, backed up by Casa as well, goes for the face, doesn't expect Pickles to be there, and they peek one by one, and actually goes in their favour, surprisingly. Quicks, 2 low HP to go for the face, has the op, but doesn't want to risk going for that wide face on 7 HP. Still going to be in the server, though, currently, as they make their mark now towards the A site. 40 seconds left, Peggy. Spots the first, a nice connected headshot there towards Truth, as he does handle him rather effectively. Flashbang, smoke comes out, going to be able to evade the Molotov and come in towards underneath balcony.
Molotov goes in as well from Peggy to try and ignite the steps of the A site, so it's harder for them when they do push round. But they divide themselves. They're actually going to go for a split push down towards this B site. Quicks through Speedway, and a long rotate for Vanity all the way up banana.
Big window of opportunity now here for Vex Gaming, but like how Casa plays it, hiding, doesn't want to give any opportunity away to Vexed, waits out the clock, here's the steps. Is that smoke? It is. Let's see what happens. It has to be so wary. Finds the first into Vanity, the flick headshot as well through the smoke, connects onto Quicks. And there you have it, NSG Casa, Quesadilla.
Mikasa, Sukasa.
Mukasa, yeah. Mukasa, you know.
Is this my house?
This is my house. What else could we go?
What a great song that was.
Which one?
This is my house.
What song's that?
By that dude, you know the one.
Mate, you gotta understand, it all goes over
The
my
guy that writes the music, whatever his name is.
Who would write the song to your life? What band would make an album that was your life?
Wow. I don't know, man. It's a tough question. I'll come back to you.
Do you like that?
I'll have a think throughout the game. I'll let you know.
Yeah, games, obviously.
From Curry's
PC
World.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, no. Good question. Definitely get back to me on that one. Round number 7 here, 4-2. Just going to be leaving Quicks alone towards the B-bomb side. The remaining players from the Vex side can take control towards middle now. Smoke comes out towards Archway. Flash comes in for the re-aggress from NSG. Zacti going for the information towards mid, but the smoke is still there, Jack. The mid is still smoked. So that will delay Vexed momentarily as they are ready to pounce in towards middle. Zacti, if he gets another flashbang right now, could be perfect and line them all up.
Well, they've taken control. They've been able to get themselves deep in towards mid here. But the first contact is going to be from Peggy. He needs to be ready for it. They actually crouch face round, so he's able to get away. Ignites Arch side as well. Flashbang's over, but they still push in deep. He gets the first, but there's the response. 3 frags go fast in the fashion of Vex Gaming, leaving it just on Casa and Ryback. Ryback peeks on his lonesome. He was the only real member anywhere near the A site to at least try and deny the plant. Casa's way too far behind. It will take too long to rotate. So he's just going to have to try and save it out, Snods. It's going to be the 5th round coming in for Vex now. And I think I'd go for Barbie Girl by Aqua.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life's fantastic.
It is.
Come on, Snoddy, let's go party.
Yeah. Moving swiftly on, though. 5-2, Jack. Would you believe it?
Yep, Casa as well going to go down, so there's going to be no save on the AK for him. So it actually makes things slightly harder for NSG. In terms of the cash, though, ooh, it's looking a bit barren, Snots. It's looking a bit like a rundown fairground. There's not a lot to go on. Exactly. All the rides have been broken. You've tried to go in the haunted house, but you can't get in. There's no way in, Snots, not even with a fast track ticket.
Are you the type of guy that buys a fast track ticket and you know, Thorpe Park or something? I feel like you would be.
No.
Really?
No.
Are you a queuing up kind of guy?
I don't know, man. I feel like we spend our entire lives queuing anyway, so you might as well not pay to queue. You might as well just queue.
I like that.
I feel like, you know, you go through life queuing various lengths to train yourself to wait longer times.
So what are you waiting for right now, figuratively speaking, in life?
Space.
Space. Are you an Elon Musk fan then? SpaceX, is that for you?
I'm not against it.
Not against it. It does cost 10 billion though to buy a ticket onto the first trip to Mars.
Yeah, but probably worth it.
Probably would be worth it, yeah.
Pretty good.
And if you die, what a great way to die. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
You know when people say, oh, what happened? You say, oh, actually, he died on Mars.
He got a cold.
Well,
right, push coming through. Zacti trying to find the first. We'll get one. As this slow round finally kicks off, Pickles and Ozzy dealing some damage with the AK. They're going to have to rotate all the way back round, though. Once again, it'll be assault towards the B bomb site. Can they actually keep the defense up this time? It's only Ryback there. Casa is over towards A to support Peggy. So this might be a little bit awkward for Ryback to try and defend it on his own.
well, has no utility to aid him in this scenario, but 30 seconds left. We'll spot at the first play. Ozzy goes down, goes for the second, and can't quite connect the spray. Truth, the refrag eventually means the bomb will now be planted. Smoke comes in towards CT, so it can be planted towards Coffins, but actually no afterplant. No good afterplant position here from Vexed, so a real chance now for NSG. They have the open to Peggy, so if Pickles overextends potentially. But they have no defuse kit, so time is of the essence.
Yeah, Peggy has one more flash as well. He basically needs to commit off the back of this flash. This is when Casa goes in. They're going to push through now, but Pickles has already got the info. He's gone for the wide little peek, so now he just needed to hold. But the push actually comes through. Peggy gets the frag on Pickles as he extended out on the far swing. Casa also takes down Truth. They've got enough time for the defuse. NSG going to get themselves a third round on their CT side here.
Yeah, the problem is when you plant for Coffins and you don't play towards Banana, it's so hard to actually win that afterplant. The reason being is you saw how scared they were playing. They were cowering behind back boxes, back towards Emo as well. And the issue is, you see that the CT side are able just to get so close. They're able to come charge at you. And it's very easy for them to trade the frags, or you get one kill and they know exactly where you are. They can wide swing into that angle, as you saw when Pickles had to go for the face. And Peggy was covering it. So poor afterplant positions there from Vexed, and well exploited by NSG. 5-2-3 as we head into round number 9.
Peggy. Just going to be holding in, waiting to see if there is any face towards close mid here. Quicks has the other up respectively, but he's already taken the angle towards Bomb Banana, so he's just looking out for any info there, really. That heavy utility usage coming out classically from NSG to try and gain the control towards Bottom Banana, but they play it very odd, Snods. They use that utility early. We see the Molotovs coming out with the double molly, but they don't actually push down or use a re-smoke to try and take deep control towards Banana. We see them just back off. They've done this consistently.
Mac 10 for Ozzy. Obviously expecting far worse money coming up from NSG than anticipated. Vexed having their own stickers, obviously. Shout out to the Poles. Now playing for what? Kingwin? So, and also a go as well. But enough of that here. Minute left on the clock. 5-3. 2-round advantage here still for Vexed. And my prediction of a 16-5, Jack, is looking quite shaky. So let's see what happens here. But 5 versus 5, Mac 10 for Ozzy, as I said before. But look at the utility now from Vexed. One smoke is all they have. To enter in towards the site, they need to find frags. Yeah,
this is going to be awkward. It'll only be if they get gifted frags here, ready to try and open this one up. Bezakti goes for the first contact, lands the headshot as he obliterates Quicks' cranium. He still does get back towards site as well, as he's left on 18 HP, bludgeoned down fairly low, but still fighting through. Trying to escape out of this round, tooth for nail, as they invest everything into it. Peggy as well connects the headshot back on Ozzy. Truth's the only one that's actually amounted to anything in the round, and it seems like he'll be the one that's forced to try and clutch it as well. Went for the spray down there as Ryback crouched, peeked him, but it was too much to handle. NSG actually do get these rounds together, and they're linking them together as well. This is the most important factor, is it gives their economy that chance to grow and get more stable into the early game. So 4 rounds ranked up. For Vexed, pretty broken. They're going to force everything back into it. They're going to go for the seize the armor buy. and run the risk on the T side, potentially for something more explosive. Quite a bit of utility, though, compared to what we saw last time.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is obviously trying to come in towards the late site. You have no utility to aid yourself coming into it. Aggression from middle as well. Cass actually towards Banana instead as the back of his teammate. Ryback, the 2 new additions to NSG, going to be situated towards the B-bomb site. Minute 30 left on the clock here. Vexed already 2 players down. They are going to be grouping outside B. They have the double smoke to come in towards the B side, towards CT and Coffins. Good Molotov as well from Kassa, as he does peer over the Molotov momentarily. And now come the face.
Smoke is down. Kassa, depends on the timing as they run their way straight through, attempting to just overwhelm him. Spams as well, and sprays as he just tracks Pickles there. Quicks has actually responded with 2 fast frags off the back of the CZ play. So you can see his pistol marksmanship coming through. Going to sprint towards the site as well, get the one planted down in his shroud of smoke. He laid down to the ground. He's still got the Kalashnikov in his inventory and 1 flashbang as well, so he can try and go toe-to-toe in the round potentially if they take the fight towards him. Scoping out the site now as the retake comes around for the CT side. He has to drop on 1 member. If Carl actually does push through, Peggy with the time in, loses his head as he tried to tackle against Quicks there. Wanted to try and push in close towards the site, so Quicks just going to reposition around. Zakti holds it, but comes off as he taps the bomb. But the timing, Zakti could have just held the angle. Instead, was a little bit panicked. Ducky as well wanted to do the same. Quicks has clutched it. It's an ace for Quicks there. 5k into the round, 4 of them being headshots, as he's able to keep Vexed in it.
Saw the panic there from Zakti going for the triple tap on the bomb. Well, look down at the floor, much like at LAN. Far too early before the smoke even bloomed.
Yeah, obviously one of the more so you'd say things that come with experience in terms of sort of situations where you're trying to juggle the fact that you want to focus on the angle and also tap the bomb to try to force the face and then go for the defuse. But it kind of looked like it was very much just running through the motions.
As soon as the smoke was cooled, he instantly looked down at the ground. So round number 11 though, 6-4. Vex finally claiming around after conceding 4 on the trot. Flashes come in for both sides apparently, as Quicks will win that duel eventually. The rounds have been so close, 2 versus 2s, 1 versus 1s as you saw prior, which means the money hasn't been able to establish itself for NSG, so their money is poor, and so is their buy now, as they are into an eco currently. But Peggy from the rear, coming in from behind. Truth, does he expect to play from Apps already?
Peggy could be pretty powerful in this position, actually, with the UMP. If he finds the frag on Truth as well that's low, that's actually a big bit of damage. He spots out just the top of his cap. Saw his hat bobbing away, so he's able to push down. Stick with the UMP as well. Quicks just holds the angle. Quicks is going to listen out if he's going to be elephant footing his way down. Oh, he actually does opt to just push straight through. Doesn't clear his angle towards second mid. So it's a free kill for Quicks. He stays alive as well. Cheats death once again with just 12 HP.
Oh, this is the buy. NSG saved from the last one. 4-7 Vexed. Already claiming 7 rounds in the T side of Inferno. So, you know, if this was any other matchup, coming into this one, obviously Vexed being 4-0, NSG being 0-4. You know, Vexed are in an official, you name it, right? 7 rounds in your T-side of Inferno is serviceable, but Vexed as well, going to be hoping for a lot more than just that. Ryback goes for the flash through the Molotov. As we see quite a strange, one-player advantage. They go for the second as well. Kassa playing on his lone. Some is taken out as well, and Lucky again. So they all peak 1 by 1, Jack, and they all die 1 by 1, Jack.
That was very
weird.
Now the
B-side stairs.
Yeah, that was very odd. No real
again,
trade potential.
A 1-for-1.
Really just whimsical peaks that are just exposing you with no potential for trades. Ooh, Quicks as well. Has the angle, gets the read onto where Peggy is coming from.
What is
Peggy
he doing?
brings it back. So 1v1 Snots. There's still a minute on the clock, but the A site is going to be when the play's going down. Peggy, when he realised there is a ruse afoot.
Yeah, he's pushed through the CT smoke. Bomb being planted now from Pickles. He can plant, default, go into his apartments, and the round's pretty much as good as done. But instead going to opt to go back in towards quad side. Ooh, Peggy spots him out. Pickles, how does he play it? Goes for the face, gets Molotoved out, and actually Peggy going fast here. This could work really well in his favour. No kit though, Jack, so this gets difficult.
Well, Peggy taps
Oh my god, he's done it.
Pickles actually coming back round. Pickles charges through, didn't have his gun out. That's not a play JT would be happy about.
No, JT wouldn't be. Nice, guns out, guns out. Oh dear, Coach JT, never forget. Yeah, that was a weird round, Jack. A very weird round. NSG peak 1 by 1 by 1. Vexed get the advantage 1 by 1 by 1. So you think, okay, 2 versus 1. B bomb site's yours. You have a smoke towards CT as well, so you can plant in the open if you wanted to. 1 banana, 1 back of site, round is as good as done. 1 ruins, 1 back of site, round is done. Instead, they decide to split up into 2 versus 1. Already an issue. They go 1 by 1. Quick pushes in towards CT spawn. And there you have it. 2 isolated 1 versus 1s, and Peggy outplays Pickles by quite a large margin.
They've returned to their default area of attack, though. The all-out aggression that comes through in these first few moments of the opening rounds towards top banana as the push comes out. Ozzy, he's taken down. Quicks tries to trade it, as per usual. He will get the trade frag, but this time, it's all coming up blue. As NSG, they get double kills back in their favor. It's only Truth and Vanity that are alive. The bomb's down towards T-Steps. Vanity overcommitting there towards balcony as well. Shows a bit of leg. Peggy's going to blow it off with the AWP. So Truth, last man left standing in a 1v4, Snods. And there's only 1 minute and 10 left on the clock as well, so he's got a while to try and save if that is going to be his plan.
Well, I guess we're going to find out shortly. Round number 13, obviously. Vex can eco the next round, buy up into the final one, so we could be seeing an 8-7 scoreline here for Vex if they do win their next buy round. But that gives great room and opportunity now for NSG to come back into this matchup after being 0-5 down, or 0-4 down, apologies. But push coming in now, Truth peeking his angles in isolation, trying to see if he can find the 1 versus 1s given to him for free. Oh, actually, Ducky goes for the wide face, does spot him out. And now 30 seconds left, no real opportunity here from Truth towards his B-bomb site.
He's going to smoke it. Looks like he might stop to run into it as well. Doesn't want to go for the save instead. As he gets shot in the back of the head by Ryback from the elevated angle. So goes down. NSG will still find that round. 6-7 is the scoreline. There should be 7-7 tied up as well. Because there is no cash for Vexed. It's pretty broken. There's no point in them investing into it as well, so they can at least get a good buyout into the final round of the first half here. But it does mean either way it's going to be an 8-7 scoreline to one of these sides.
We know how strong Vex can be with the pistols though, Jack. Ozzy, Pickles, Vanity, these players have high skill and high caliber of performances, especially those pistols as well. Ready though, 1-for-1 trades coming in. Zacti again towards middle, going to be helped as well by Ducky. This will connect the second and even the third as well. So it does go 7-7. So which team's going to edge out the advantage going into the second half? Vexed. I don't know, Jack. Honestly, I was expecting a much higher tempo coming up from Vexed. I thought with the aim they have, you know, you go for the banana peaks, easy. Go towards middle, peek towards quad, arch, go in towards the site, easy. We haven't seen the AWP from the CT side for a long time. Peggy played arch with an M4 that is so exploitable. Smoke arch, smoke library, and contact up A.
Well, now the AWP's actually come out for Peggy, he's done a good job with it. He finds the initial frag, takes down Pickles. That's a rifle out of commission from the get-go. Ducky as well with the contact peek. Now you've already got 2 frags. Fall back, play defensive angle. Zacti still deep towards Boiler, goes down to Ozzy. Peggy luckily able to find another frag there as well, back on Truth. So at least it's just Ozzy and Vanity that remain. Ducky still on the aggro there as he holds close towards quad. Does peek out though. Vanity didn't clear it on the cross. This means actually NSG will get themselves the 8th round and the advantage at the half there as they find themselves the extra round.
And there you have it, NSG actually concluding the half with the 1 round advantage. Far better performance than I expected, actually. Peggy really impressing me towards arch where you saw how calculated he was playing with the M4. He'd peek out, spread out the information. Molotov arch, flash arch, they'd peek properly. Zacti wasn't overfacing as well like a lunatic. Instead, he played passive, waited for the flashbang from his teammate, went for very calculated and well-timed as well. Peeks towards middle. He's not overfacing, over-peeking. He's waiting until the mid-smokes faded for a few seconds. He's waiting for when he anticipates Vex to make their move instead of their smokes. Peeks out, perfect timing every single time. And always gets the advantage. And Vex as well. They, you know, I haven't got the most insight, but it felt like they were overbuying sometimes in terms of the quasi-buys, because why on earth were they lacking so much utility into those buy rounds, right? We saw in the quasi-buy they had before, CZ Kevlars, Deagle Kevlars, and into the buy round they have $4,000 and they buy an AK flashbang, and they wonder why they're losing these executions when they have nothing to go off of.
Well, quite a few of the rounds they actually did win as well were off very low chance clutches or positions where they'd actually lost a lot of members of that team. So obviously the economy was always at a strain no matter what position they were in.
Yeah, that Peggy 1 versus 2 was monumental, I think. I think this would have been a 10-5 half otherwise. He broke their economy, remember? Broke their spirits as well from the 1 versus 2. And it all goes in the favor. The match is live, so no call-in segment as of right now.
We'll keep our lines clear, and
Yeah.
we'll see if we get anything on the radar.
Exactly. Please suggest who you want to get on the show as well. At SnodCSGO on Twitter. Tweet me who you want in the mid-time show during the halftime break. Let us know who you want to have call in, and we'll do our best to make that one happen.
Yeah, hashtag ESL Prem as well for your favourite moment from the UK scene in Source and CSGO. Tweet in with that.
Hashtag ESL Prem. But enough of the sellouts and the slogans. More into what we're here for. The actual Counter-Strike. Aggression towards middle here coming out from NSG. 3 players grouped up close towards middle. As it seems like they're waiting for an overface from Vexed. Which is a team, you know, I don't want to say they overface a lot, but this is a team you'd expect to go for the mid-peak. To go for a peak towards second mid, right? I actually like the call from NSG to hold for the aggression towards middle and try and work that out. If they make their way towards Arch, Vanity, the FPL tested and proven player about to be underway, but actually Casa, the new blood, finds that frag, and actually it's all a ruse, Jack, as they're coming in for the split towards the B-bomb site.
They're defending as well. Ryback cuts off the rotate here as his teammates continue on their warpath, but Ryback overpowered. The angle was cleared. Truth knew the actual real deal of the situation, was able to find that frag. Ooh, push coming out as well. Zacti gets the entries on Pickles, but there is a fast trade from Quicks as he snaps down and bites his head off. Zacti still alive and fighting the good fight, though, for that T side. All of a sudden, there's just one man remaining. It's Truth. Traps towards CT as well. Trying to re-aggress as he pushes up. The bomb's now gone down for that T side. Eliminates Zacti. 2 more to go, but Casa had the off-angle, sidelines him. And NSG actually now 2 rounds ahead of Vexed.
Yeah, and that lead might extend quite a fair margin. 9-7 currently, obviously. They had the 2-round lead. Vexed can be going for the force buy. And as well, Jack, all 5 players investing into this round. Whenever we cast Inferno, Jack, what is the one thing we say? You can snowball that T-side pistol round so effectively because when the CT's forced into that second round, they put all their money into it. Going into the buy round, they're not going to have the Molotovs for Banana. They're not going to have the op towards Arch. They're not going to have the necessary utility, the necessary firepower to fend off the T-side towards these, you know, vital checkpoints on the map. Top Banana, Arch, Banana, Quad as well, apologies. But yeah. NSG looking strong here. This might even be a 10-7, 11-7 scoreline as well here. And NSG are really proving to be quite the force to be reckoned with here. I'm really impressed. And this is a much better team than what we saw with all the mixes and all the stand-ins. And this is why I wanted to see the proper lineup from NSG, not just another mix.
Yeah, obviously this is probably the Rust they've been practicing with and actually doing some work on the server. So it's good to see how that will translate into the in-game. Is right now grouped up towards Banana. Seems like it will be all-out warfare towards the B site, as they do have tons of utility. You've got your smokes, your flashbangs, and your Molotovs, as they do get ready to pull those triggers back and then sprint through and hope to unload on the bomb site. Ozzy, once again, the elevated angle. Let's see if he'll get some success. Finds the initial headshot, but the trade comes through from Peggy. Truth, Deegan down, is able to actually grab some big impact frags, but Vanity with the pistol has been the difference maker. Somehow finds 3 with the P250. Vex, they had nothing in terms of actual weaponry, just sidearms. And they effectively just debunked the push from NSG when they had tons of utility, they had timing, they had AKs. They just walk in and one by one get obliterated there by Vanity.
Just as I was singing their praises. I don't know, I thought that was going to be, you know, 11-7 scoreline. I thought NSG had a grasp on this matchup now, and now this whole game's been sent into disarray. NSG walking into a stacked B bomb site. They had no MAC-10, they had no players trying to feel out some information somewhere, use them as a vessel to gain info as to where Vex were stacked. Nothing of those sorts. No Molotovs for first or second oranges, so the off angle's being played by the CT side, obviously Vanity most notably, having such a great effect with those pistols, walking into the, you know, side of the heads basically from NSG. 8-9 now. Vexed, if you give them this opportunity to come back into this game, Jack, I feel like Vexed are going to close this one out. I feel like NSG just lost their lifeline into this one.
Yeah, you'd have to say so, really. For NSG, this should be where Vexed actually keep hitting the nail on the head, repeatedly get those effective rounds out. But let's see, as the burst comes through towards mid, this is just a sacrifice at this point to get the round over with. As NSG go down, scoreline is once again tied up at 9-9 apiece. And there is a pause, as we've lost someone else from NSG.
Oh, it was Zacti last time, and who's it now? We are down Ryback. He was on 6 kills.
He'll be right back.
BRB, I'll be Ryback. But we won't, because we're in a pause.
So 9-9, it's all tied up, Snods. It's actually closer than we expected it to be. Inferno boding well. Seems like there's been some good overall, at least team play put into Inferno for NSGs. They've got more of a rough idea of what they want to do, and cohesion is there, which is good because it actually shows that they can be effective. Individually, they have good players. Ducky as well has proven in the past that if he puts the time and effort in, you can see there is definitely a margin of the in-game lead and taking over there, so it actually does come back through to look effective.
Well, the thing I like about NSG is the fact that you can tell they all respect Ducky, they all listen to him. The way they play their CT side, you can see as well, there's been a lot of input there from someone who's experienced. Peggy, Ducky on this roster has, you know, worked with Zakti in those world time peaks, learning how to not overface. Buy comes in, or the quasi-buy that will be into the forefront now from NSG as they're already a player down, so seems like Vexed may go to double digits here if they get to 10-9 advantage. The idea behind NSG's play as well is to go second mid in towards apartments and get, you know, flashed out of apartments and swarm and flood in towards the A site. But it seems like that might not come to fruition here with the aggression towards Banana. Vexed have all the info they need.
Quicks just holding for this burst here as everyone is going to go down a pin drop as they sprint their way through. They burst out a balcony, attempt to find success, but the round's over in seconds. As quick as that, the frags come through. Truth is going to grab himself 2 of them. And Vex get another round. 10-9 now, as there is going to be the investment for NSG. The T-side AWP coming out for Peggy, 4 AKs for everyone else. Let's see how this is going to work out. Quicks as well, obviously donning that scope. And he is a sniper when it comes down to it. He can rip heads off. He's very effective individually, Snods.
Ooh, Quicks not going to be overfacing there, walking into Peggy's AWP. So, big round here for both of these teams. The real test for NSG on their T side as Aussie's HE grenade will connect the final parts of the damage onto Ryback. So taking out the equation again. Ryback having such a quiet matchup here, definitely struggling in his debut under NSG. But 5 versus 4 now. Vexed having a big advantage. Still got 3 Molotovs to work with. 4 smokes as well with a minute 20 left on the clock. This is looking very good here for Vexed. On the flip side though, Jack, for NSG, a player down. Zakti's low as well. Those HE grenades were so prevalent at dishing out that damage towards Banana. Minute 10 seconds left on the clock now. What are NSG going to be able to do? Look at all the information Vexed have now with the aggression towards middle. Ducky pokes his face out towards Boiler and gets it torn off. Yeah, we'll go with that. Gets his head torn off. And now NSG group outside towards the B-bomb site. Strange to see no rotation yet from Vexed, but shortly should happen. Should be an extra player here towards the B-bomb site, but then again, Aussie is playing towards CT, so maybe they're going for the retake. But 35 seconds left here. NSG just holding, no map control, no information, but it doesn't really matter here because Vex are still keeping 2 players towards the B side.
Yeah, it's good they've actually been able to go for the gamble and it pay off as this push comes through. Zakti going to be the man on the entry. Wants to be the showstopper to kick it off, but Vanity has the angle covered. Peeks round from Fountain, gets the first spray down. The face comes out from Aussie as well, the MP9, but he won't cause a mockery into the round just yet. Luckily, Quicks was there with the flick coming through with the AWP, though. Puts a stunted push and leaves them forced to make a quick decision. Casa needs to plant as he doesn't really have much time. This will give them the go-ahead to push round, so Quicks will find the frag, deny the bomb plant as well. It's a starved economy and a starved buffer as that round will go towards Vex.
Yeah, I just don't see this one going in NSG's favor anymore. You have the moment, you have the chance, do you seize it? You know, when they're 9-7 up, and if they won versus the force spot from Vex, they go 10-7 up. Then an eco from Vexed, 11-7 up. They have all the momentum, the economy in their favor. There'll be no AWP for Quicks, for example. There'll be no Molotovs towards Banana to deal that damage that actually nuked them towards B. And instead, they found themselves in such an awkward scenario here. Vexed with a massive grasp now onto this matchup, but 11-9 up, so there is still room here for NSG to come back into it. They have outperformed my expectations. I thought it was going to be very one-sided for Vex, but NSG looking far better than before with their actual roster, which is no surprise, really, when you think about this is the team they do practice with. But it's going to be the quasi-buy. I say quasi-buy. Only 2 sets of Kevlar here for NSG onto Casa and Ryback. But apart from that, on Kevlar T-side, but Zakti with the AK. Surprised that some of the armor doesn't have that, but, you know, who am I to argue?
Map control coming through here towards second mid, though. As NSG get close, they just leave Peggy behind, lurking over at the B site, but Peggy's actually going to be the one to make noise here. Ozzy slowly starts to back off. He has utility to work with as he's just repositioning round. Vanity gonna chuck out the smoke as well. Peggy's gonna just peer through the gap and hope to see if anyone does reface. Obviously no reason for them to actually peek right now. So he's gonna be the backstab when his teammates burst out towards the A site. Goes through first, actually could be the one to try and cause the distraction. As they've got 30 seconds now. He needs to try and spot them out. He still goes undetected on his silent assassin play. Meanwhile, towards mid though, Quick strikes against the first member and the second, takes down Zacti and Ryback, and the third comes through as well. Ducky, dead on the ground. No one's going to be feeding him bread anymore.
It's very true. No bread for Ducky anymore. 1 versus 4 now for Casa. Kaisa. Why am I struggling with that name? I want to say Casa.
Do you
know why?
Incarcerated.
Funny you say that, but do you know what?
What, mate?
Do you remember the miners in Korea?
Yeah, mate.
Casa on what was that team called with the wolf? The Blue Wolf?
Flash Gaming?
Flash Gaming. I said Casa so much, now it's in my head. I'll call him, yeah. Anyway.
Casa.
Casa.
Kazakh. Like the server from WoW.
Yeah. Kazakh. Yeah, that's avant-garde, mate. But Casa. Can't remember the point I was going to make, but he was in a 1 versus 4 when I was talking about his name, and now we're into the next round. So you were the judge of this one. 12-9 here, 3-1 advantage coming for Vexed. So it seems like it's all gone in their favor. 5 players now grouping up from grouping out. Words are hard. Grouping up for NSG towards the B side. Jack, take it away.
They're coming into the site, but let's see what they can do. Right now, not much. Everyone's going to be hitting the deck as they get sprayed down from the heavens. Peggy's the only one that's able to find any leeway as he uses his AWP like a shotgun from up close as he takes down a cop, pushes his way through as well. Site control taken. Ducky going to plant the bomb as he fights through the fire and flames. As he's able to stay composed into this round. 2v2 as he extends his reach, trying to get clear vision and an opportunity to dismantle this CT side retake coming through. Pickles and Vanity. Quicks rather, as they just sprint up on towards the bomb site. Peggy peeks around, finds the initial frag, takes down Pickles, and it's all up to the big man, the IGL himself, but he couldn't quite do it. Peggy, he has been the deciding factor for NSG, the only one that's really been keeping him into the action. 23 frags to his name. He's been effective, Snots. This is some classic Peggy coming through.
Vintage Peggy coming through.
Choke game and Peggy, back in action.
12-10, NSG. If they can try and find some continuity into this matchup, make it 12-11, force Saunika from Vexed, 12-12. Let's see. It all comes down to the economy at this point here for Vexed. You want to try and force out those eco rounds, those weak 4 spies, try and claim as many rounds back as possible as you're getting close towards the B banana smoke. NSG sending so many players constantly towards the B bomb site. And with that, Peggy dies in isolation. Still have Ducky in towards apartments, but 3 players grouped up towards B. The thing that's strange for me from NSG is there's no apps control on their default. No apps control, no mid control. They just group up towards B. As it seems like, I guess the call is, you know, I'll smoke Arch, I'll smoke Mini Pit, I'll flash out apartments, and I'll fake the A bomb site, and you guys go B. That's the only real reasoning I can see behind it, because what are these players at B doing? They just sat there looking at smoke. They could be in mid right now. Look at their smokes as well. They could be smoking Arch, forcing Quicks back on the side, forcing Pickles back on the side, denying information, forcing out utility, and instead they're having, you know, a bit of a holiday towards Banana. But let's see if it's, you know, worth it in the end.
Well, they're having a tea party, Snots, but let's see if it's going to work out well for them as they try and play anti-flash on the face as they sprint round. They're very exposed, though. Ozzy getting information. Vanity as well, the heightened angle. And the elevated position just allows him to spray down upon them. A house of bullets comes out, leaves their corpses lifeless on the ground. Right back as well, peeks up. Vanity somehow connects that shot on Casa as he slaps round, sets him up on a date with the coroner, leaving just Ducky as the last man remaining, trying to go for the no-scopes, but he can't hit the unzoomies. He's dead.
Yep.
I was thinking, by the way,
Yeah.
you know Peggy? Do you know a fun story about Peggy?
Well, the name Peggy, I don't know about that one, mate. Is it PG-13?
Yeah, so there was an I-Series final.
Of course.
Back when they were choke gaming.
This is where Joe spilt the water in his mouth.
No.
Oh, this is another story.
Yeah, they were playing against...
That's my pal, sorry.
They were playing against Easy Skins, right? And just after the final, this kid came over in a white nip jersey, went straight up to Peggy, only Peggy,
Right.
and went, "Can you sign this, please?"
How old was Eccles back then?
I don't know. I'm not sure on the relativity of Eccles to CS LAN age, but good one.
Anyway, back to the point.
But he came over, Eccles, of course, asked him to sign the jersey,
Right.
and he did. But Carl wrote PEGGYYYYYYY all the way across this kid's brand new nip jersey.
Oh no!
But I bet he loved it. So anyway.
And you ruined it.
Well, not really, because the kid asked for it. He was like, "Can I have your signature?"
And then
please?"
obviously Neilem stepped in and said, "Actually, you have to go through me."
Yeah. Well, he said, "Can I just have Peggy's signature?" And Neil grabbed the jersey and went, "Oh, and just started writing Neilem in multiple different fonts.
As Eccles' manager, you must go through me first, and I take 5% commission.
I sign all the jerseys around here, you geeks."
Yeah, and he took 5% commission and took 2 of the
And
wides.
he ripped off one of the arms of the jersey.
Yeah.
And said, "I'll be having that."
And that's his commission. And anyway, back to
Started
reality.
just mumbling, "Salary, salary."
And some say he still suffers from that same salary deficiency. 14-10. Ooh, Pickles, there you go. Gresham coming in towards second mid. Doesn't even need the flashbang. Has the aim to back it up with the aggressive plays. 5 versus 4 now. Peggy deducted down just to the deagle, so that Nip fanboy might just be a bit unhappy with this, really. You'd hope they'd won.
That is true. He's a big Peggy fan. I wonder if he still has that jersey today with all the Nip signatures and then just Peggy. Well, Bush comes out as they try and take control towards mid. Smoke wall's there, but over the top. The Truth is going to catch vision and fire into the back of Ryback. Takes him down. Early tag as well on Casa, but it's only going to be a small bruise.
Yeah, slight dig. Be healed by the morning. Don't worry about that one. 14-10. 5 versus 3. 50 seconds left here for NSG. No banana control, but then again, Vexed is playing very passive towards the B bomb site, but they're not playing passive towards Ajax. Quick through the smoke finds one. That's just spot at the bomb just yet, so no over-rotation coming from Vexed. This is a real chance now for NSG. But how's Peggy in a 1 versus 4? Gets spotted out as well towards apartments, has the bomb in his hands. Has to try and take these jewels one by one in isolation. What on earth is that angle there from Truth? Completely exposes himself, but will eventually.
Put it away.
Put it away.
Put it away.
Put it away. 15-10. Round number 26 here. Money is dire for NSG. Seems like this is all written in the stars for Vexed. And you're right, Jack. You said 16-8. Bit off there, but
You're right. You're wrong.
but you're right. Yeah.
Well done. Here on Art Attack, everyone wins. And here's one we prepared earlier.
What would we be if we were, a CBB show? Dick and Dom in the bungalow?
To be fair, Dick and Dom was good.
I remember getting up
Good
at like
show.
7 AM on a Saturday just to watch that.
Oh, it was banging.
Absolute mess it was.
What a classic show. Vintage.
Eureka. Very good. But I feel like that'd be Banks' show. Would you look at that?
Would you look at this round, though, Snods? NSG, pretty broken onto what could be the final round of this best of 1. This could be them being shipped off, sailed down the river.
Ooh, straight
hung out to
between the
dry.
legs.
He's boulder wide! And we've lost the Ashes! Bush comes round quick, so he's ready for it, though, as he tries to connect these shots. Just firing through. Hoping a random spam will eventually hit someone upside the head. But in reality, Snods, they're backing off towards the B site. But still, Vex playing it weird towards top banana. Gonna go for the boost play, Aussie. He wants to run the risk.
Finish this one for me, Jack. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Wait.
Exactly.
It's a classic line.
Absolute classic. Something in the trolley.
Aussie towards banana with 2. 3.
Sensational.
It's quick maths, mate. Zaki goes down, and all of a sudden it's just 1 remaining. Casa and a 1v4. Not the best spot to be in as your teammates are all lifeless and bloody around. She grabs himself an AK, tried to have a bit of finesse to finish that one off, but instead Vex will find themselves continuing on undefeated so far in the season.